And Brodin back to claim it for the Wild. Ahead to Boldy at center. Boldy splits two defenders. Sends it across to Hartman, who missed high and wide. Back to the line, Brodin, a shot. That's tipped on goal. Now to Faber up high. Faber goes into the corner. Hinnis throws it. Back to Hughes, a shot, and a glove save by Markstrom through heavy traffic. It'll be a challenging trip, no question. Kaprizov in for Minnesota to Hughes. Drops it back to Faber, a shot, and it's held by Markstrom.
Nothing on the board yet, but it's been a fast start. So they've gotten out to great starts at home as Hughes hits a post there. I mean, you can take these chances. Quinn Hughes, who's been very noticeable early in this game, a trending on that entry there, put it to the backhand and make a pop-out pass.
Hughes to Jones, and his shot right on is held by Markstrom.
And it's showing up in pace and hands from Trennian to Faber and everybody in between.
Here's a shot right out front, and Mercer scores. It leaks through Wallstead. And the Devils have the game's first goal.
A plethora of chances. Jersey comes down, and they win a battle with Hischier behind the net. Mercer kind of gets loose. Wild get caught puck watching, and a quick pass to Mercer from behind the net to the slot. Strike finds daylight through the 5-hole of Wallstead. And despite the fact they've been outplayed heavily the first 10 minutes of this game, New Jersey's leading.
Pratt to Hamilton. Back down to Brad. His shot goes wide. Mercer, the goal scorer. Now Hamilton down the slot. A shot deflected and gloved by Wallstead. Plays down along the wall. Bratt goes to the corner. Hughes tried to center. That deflection knocked away by Wallstead. Hamilton a drive. Pad save Wallstead. Bratt back to Hamilton. Out of Bratt. Into the corner. Hughes. Centered, and Hischier denied by Wallstead. In Minnesota's penalty kill, including this one on Hischier's redirect. Hughes got it to the line, but Quinn Hughes holds. Now to Faber. His shot saved Markstrom. Rebound was loose, and then a whistle.
Methods to the madness, so to speak. Coaches just kind of making plays, and the team at times looks a little lost.
Markstrom hangs on here. Started with an 8-game win streak, so they were 8-1 out of the gates. But coming into play tonight, they sit much closer to the bottom than the top in the Eastern Conference. Wallstead hangs on here. Gritsuk across for Glass. Gritsuk carries in, fires, saved by Wallstead, and he snatches the rebound. Yet another. Hughes comes in. 10 missed shots for Minnesota in the first 17.5 minutes. Luke Hughes a shot that goes over the top of the goal. Mercer controls.
Second half of this first period has been more back and forth, even hockey.
Hamilton sends it across. Dillon a shot held by Wallstead. Hunt lost it to Cotter. Cotter moves in for a shot. Saved Wallstead. His pass across from Meyer. Deflected, and Johansson scoops it up. Has Boldy with him. Johansson into the circle. Back to Hartman. Boldy on the rebound. Hit the side of the net.
Timer from Johansson that missed early on, and now Hartman delivers this POP pass off the pad right to the forehand of Boldy, but he's in the act of kind of falling and fading, and it's more of a slap than a shot as he slides the.
Jones around behind. Hinnis throws it to the point. Faber. Hughes cut off by Glendening. Hughes fires, save Markstrom.
Skill, a little grit when he saw the reverse hit there on Urov. And
here's Hughes in alone. Hughes to the backhand, and a save by Wallstead.
And goalies have to be able to read that too. I got pressure coming from one side, and you see a lot of forwards. Hughes maybe kick that left shin pad out to block the stick like he does perfect. So maybe you get the hands going to open the 5-hole, leave it there, bring it to the far side. But Wallstead again just playing the position.
Jack Hughes intercepts at center. He's back on the attack. Past Faber, and a pad saved by Wallstead. Hughes bumped by Mercer. Still with the puck, turns it back. Johansson waits. Gives to Faber a shot. They score! Ryan Hartman with a deflection. And Minnesota evens it after a long stretch in the offensive zone.
Shifts, they can get puck recoveries, and here it's a long shift in the offensive zone. I think this ends up going off of glass, his shin pad and in. Maybe clips Hartman after touching glass, but again, it's just New Jersey's defensive zone coverage has to collapse. They're in.
Just couldn't find the handle, or he'd have had an empty net. Siegenthaler plays it off the end boards. Hischier tied up by Middleton, works out front, centers, and they score. Palat able to sneak it through the legs of Wallstedt, and the Devils in the final seconds of the period reclaim the lead.
Behind the goal line, much like their first goal, and he reverses out of this, pulls it out front. It just kind of makes an area pass to that far side. I don't think he knows Brad's coming. He just trusts his teammate to get to space, and he leaves it there. And Toledo Middleton get mixed up on who's going to take the stick up a lot. It's been tiring. They've had to rotate, but Markstrom showing he's still got it and can play at a high level.
And you just know that when guys are coming off of a game like that, there's some pride involved here. Hamilton centers, and Bratt is able to tip it by Wallstedt. It's 3-1 New Jersey.
Through the neutral zone, and a quick counter. Keep your eye on left side of your screen. Dougie Hamilton makes the first pass indirect, gets up the ice. Jack Hughes finds him, and then Dougie Hamilton puts it on a tee.
Bratt lost his stick. Hughes comes up with a puck. He got it through to glass. Now Hamilton with it. Hamilton shot tipped out front, and they score again. It's Bratt with his second goal on the shift, and New Jersey has a 3-goal lead.
Dividends. Dylan sliding this one over to Hamilton, and it's Hamilton to Bratt again. Bratt with a tip. Brodin kind of caught, unable to tie up the stick of Bratt. I think might be a point of frustration for Hines, is the recipe's there. Possess the puck, get the D moving and involved. The Wild just maybe haven't done it enough here. The third period and parts of the second.
Mercer centers, and Palat scores. It's 5-1 New Jersey.
It's 5 on him now, but I don't know that you can blame him for some of these. The Wild have struggled in some of these sort outs from behind their own net, and it's just a misplay of the puck that brings it out into the slot, and Mercer does a good job kind of.
And that was the second of back-to-backs when Colorado came in here and handed him a 5-1 loss. Hartman in. Markstrom got a piece of it. Close to picking up his second right here. Not only does he hit the post, but then the bouncing puck catches a shin pad and a stick of Cody Glass.
It's spinning. Looks like it's got a chance to spin in. Glass had already had one.
Out to the point, Hinostroza. Brodin back to Hinostroza. Brodin a drive, they score! John Hines gives an opportunity on the power play to some guys who normally don't get it, and they cash in. Marcus Foligno with a goal, and Minnesota has their second of the night.
We know who got his first of the year on this last road trip, and he's deserved more than what he's got. Net front does a good job getting the body positioned right. Hinostroza putting in the wheelhouse of Brodin, who great shot low, creating the rebound.
And it'll change nothing except the final score. And the Devils come to St. Paul and take care of the Wild here tonight. They pull away with 3 in the third and win the Hughes Bowl by a final score of 5-2.